Back like we never left BDA and a review. Yes, a review. Haven't done one of these in a while, but I decided it was the perfect time to do it based on everything that happened this chapter. So we had a lot going on, and I don't want to spend too much time because we have the discussion coming up. But because of the terrible quality of the live reaction earlier, I have to do a review for you guys. So let's talk about the chapter. First off, we have Jumbo and Aladdin, reminiscent of Luffy and Zoro, but in this case, the Luffy is a lot more reasonable, but Aladdin seems to be even more so. So we had Jimbo basically explaining to them that he wants to be a Straw Hat. This is him confirming that he's going to be a Straw Hat, and he even called Luffy Captain. That's cool to see. This has been years in the making. More years for us, less time for them. We know the history of Jimbo and Luffy, so this was cool. It was really cool to see him saying that he is going to follow his captain, Straw Hat Luffy. Aladdin was not with the plan though because he knows the wrath of Big Mom. Praline is riding with him though. I had mentioned this before that more than likely them moving everything in the night was basically them saying everything is going to shit. We got to get out of here. So this confirmed that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because if Jumbo, he's the one betraying Big Mom, why would they stay? They have no reason to stay. Get the fuck out of there. Jimbo, he says he's going to save Luffy and he expected Luffy to be reckless, and that's what's happening. I'm going to delve deeper into other stuff at another time when I do my explain video. In the explain, I'm going to delve deeper because there's a lot of underlying themes here. Crocodile was on the cover page. The cover page, I think Oda was basically saying, I hear you. I hear you, and I understood you wanted Crocodile to be at the wedding, and he should be a member of the underworld, but no, that's not what I'm doing right now. And even troll us with a guest at the wedding who looked a lot like Crocodile. Again, I didn't memorize the name of these people. I remember Big News, Stussy, of course, Peklo, the guy with the scythe. A few cool dudes showed up at the wedding. But before that, we had the moment of the chapter. Okay, so let me double back. We had essentially Capone. He's on security detail, right? And he's saying that you cannot get in to this random guy. This guy, organ dealer Dogra or something like that. I think someone mentioned he had a straw hat on. I didn't go back and check yet, but I believe he had a straw hat on, and he's saying he wants to get in, let me in. You know what's up? What's popping? Pretty much. He like we back like we was popping. This guy confirmed Big Mom's threat. He said that he declined or he couldn't attend the last wedding because he was his mother's funeral. But then his father, he received his head. So this confirmed that Big Mom does do what she says she's gonna do. So that was scary. That was scary seeing that Big Mom can do things like that. But that wasn't the scariest part. The scariest part is when we find out about how this guy got shot. Because yes, he got shot through the skull. Now at first it looked like a pebble, whatever. But as we go forward, we see Capone's like, yo, why did you shoot this person? This person is a guest. And then we see who this person is. I want to correct myself, though. I want to correct myself. I said this happened before the guest. No, we got the guest before this. So before this, we got all the guests walking in. All those guys from the underworld. Like I said, I'll touch on those guys a bit later. The big news person was interesting. The mortician was very interesting. They had a lot of great, I feel like, characters that they can go deeper with going forward in the story. So I feel like that was good. Another thing is that these guests, they seem to be people from the underworld and not exactly all of the guests. So I believe we're still going to see more people. We're going to see more people, so we just got to hang tight. But these are the people from the underworld, and there's more people to come. That's my thought and assessment based on everything that was said. Sparrow had unbelievable control with his devil fruit as well, though. How he created a candy escalator. And I forgot what number of son Sparrow was, or if he was a son, but he has great mastery. And I don't know how strong he is, but having that much mastery of your fruit, that's impressive. That's very impressive based on everything he was able to do. So, Perospero, good shit. So now we're back to the Capone stuff. And Capone, this guy, he didn't attend. Dad got killed. And yes, the reveal happens. Commander Dogtooth. And at first, I was like, it has to be Katakuri. It said Dogtooth, but it showed like 1,057,000,000 berry bounty. I know it was confusing because the whole time it was Katakuri, potato starch. We never heard anything about Dogtooth, but they had a little text box in the corner saying Katakuri, Dogtooth, whatever. Is that dude? First off, he looks badass. He looks badass as fuck, yo. He looks like Law mixed with, I don't know. We can't see his face. His face is blocked off, and it looks like he has a scar. So there's some Joker slash Kakuzu type stuff going on there. So he has a great look, kind of like a biker, but he looks badass, bro. Before we find out exactly what Dogtooth, that's what I'm gonna call him, can do, he says what the guy was going to do. So then he had to have had foresight. That was my inclination. It could have been a devil fruit. But then Capone confirms that no, this guy has trained his observation hockey so much that he can see into the future. And this isn't something that was surprising because we've seen hints of that before. Mihawk, Luffy, we saw Madame Shirley. She has full premonitions. She has all of that. And Hawkins to an extent. More than likely that's his devil fruit, one can assume, but he has that, right? So this is not outside of what we've seen before, but it's still impressive. He said that the guy was gonna just shoot up the place. That's what he said he was gonna do, and he asks, "Was I mistaken, Rook Beige?" Capone couldn't say shit at that point. If a commander's staring you in the face saying, "Was I mistaken?" all you got to do is say, "Nah, fam. We be good." 1,057,000,000 berry bounty. This is crazy because this is the highest bounty we've seen in the series. Before it was Jack, now it's Katakuri. Makes sense. So, two things. Either Jack is the right hand of Kaido, or Jack is second. I say this because I expect Kaido's crew to be a bit more savage. So there may be someone beneath Jack and someone above Jack to kind of keep him in line. And I expect Kaido's crew to be more savage, whereas they're going to have a higher bounty because of this. So that's why I think that Jack is second. The anime did say Jack was the right-hand man, so that is a possibility as well. And that Katakuri just has 57 million more. In the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot. So Jack could legitimately be the right hand, and I would not mind that. Based on everything he did, I would not mind that. And then I think that would elevate Dogstorm and Cat Viper because of the fact that they fought a right hand so well. I mean, he didn't back down, but they also didn't lose. They were tag teaming, but they also didn't lose, fighting for that long. So they're pretty powerful as well. Okay, those guys are pretty powerful if Jack is indeed the right hand, which wouldn't change much. Still commanders, but you get what I'm saying. This chapter was really short though, so the next panel is pretty much everyone enjoying themselves, and Smoothie is ringing out a giraffe and a lava thing, right? Just ringing them out and offering that as drinks. So her power still has to be explained. And we see some interesting characters. Again, I will touch on those in the explain vid because I would have more time to expound upon what I see, because I see a lot and I see a lot of hints Oda's thrown out, but I'll touch on that at another time on the explain vid. So look out for that. Chisanji in the corner and Big Mom's basically saying to enjoy everything to your heart's content. Enjoy everything that happens here today. And wow, amazing chapter. Like I said, it's so many underlying themes as far as Big Newsbird. That guy's important because he even mentioned Germa. So they go way back. So that's the guy to look out for. That crocodile looking guy, I don't know if that's Oda trolling, but he could have an important role going forward. So that's another guy to look out for. And also the plan. The plan right now is something that you have to worry about because Katakuri, you can't assume that Capone took this into consideration. But when you see what this guy can do as far as looking into the future, you're like, how? But I think based on everything Capone said, this was taken into account. A lot going on. For the most part, it was a great chapter. It was a great chapter. I'd give it a 9, not a 10 because it's short. 13 pages. So, what's up, Oda? And next week is not a break. So 9.5 because we didn't get a break after the hype. So 9.5, amazing stuff. Germa, they seem to be just there by themselves. So we don't know what's going on there. We don't know what's happening with them. We don't know how they're going to get out of this because even Reiju mentioned that Sanji knows what's going to happen now. So I don't know if it gets to that point, but we're here, guys. We're here at the wedding and it's about to go down. I'm not really sure how the Straw Hats are going to get out of this because of everything that's against them. The only way is if some of those people that's there right now are with them. If Germa ends up being monsters, some of the people that ended up arriving are with them because they need it, man. All the commanders are there. We haven't seen Crackers yet. All of them are pretty much there. So I don't think anybody there is stronger than Luffy, on Luffy's side, at least. Luffy couldn't be the commander. They're pretty much fun. Let me know what you thought about the chapter, guys. Did you enjoy the chapter? Rhetorical question, I know, because you got a fucking hype reveal. So more than likely everyone enjoyed it. But what did you think? Does the Straw Hats, do the Straw Hats, do they have a chance? Because right now, it's looking grim. Adventures of Billy and Dan. Alright, so let me know what you think, guys. I haven't done a review in a while. We'll do an explained vid. But you guys, I apologize for the quality of my mic this morning. I don't know what was happening. OBS was acting up. We'll do better going forward, but I think we're going to do a lot more of these early morning reactions. It's cool. It was cool. Got an early start to the day. I'm rambling now, so like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, and let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Alright? I'll catch you guys later. We out.